Traveler, The Man in Red, Chapter 37. Ancient, gritty, dust whipped across the surface of the completely desolate world. Looming over the trio of time travelers stood a gnarling fist of megalithic alien metal, worn to dull gray from centuries of abuse at the hands of the relentless, benevolent wind. The Man in Red had informed Sully that PXPML9, the prison planet's proper title, rested in the Sixth Galaxy and had been operating for about 6 centuries. Inmates were comprised of the most horrifying criminals of the age, imprisoned for varied heinous acts ranging from rape to mass murder to genocide. As they made their long trek to the building's entrance, Bro shooed the rock dog home, while the alien in crimson handed Sully a pair of visors.
"It's a gift from Saber."
The retired Commodore donned the advanced sunglasses and was immediately assaulted with a barrage of holographic displays. He said. "I don't really know what I'm looking at here, old boy."
"Up in the sky,"
came the reply. That, and more wind. Sullivan Brontworth wasn't prepared to look quite so closely at the specters overhead. They were a mass of individuals. He could even make out tortured faces, but somehow they were knitted together in an amorphous gray cloud. Thousands of these haunted ghost clouds hung angrily across the horizon, screaming in the bitter, sharp wind. Sully's visors auto-zoomed. Their outstretched hands were desperately reaching for something, in all directions clutching madly like a starving infant. Violently, the retired Commodore tore off the futuristic sunglasses and hurled them at the stranger in the crimson zoot suit.
"This is bloody terrifying, you daft git! Why did you bring me to this nightmare?"
The Man in Red extended the exclamation mark cane, and an umbrella popped out. He offered it to Sully.
"Look,
Sully smacked it away.
Sully,
Why are you trying to give me an umbrella?"
"I don't know. I thought it'd help. Look, Sully, Purge told me that there is a 97.4% chance that the only way I'm going to be able to shut this place down for good is if you're the one to help me."
"How?"
"Again, I don't know. Good Lord, Sully, you've been with me long enough to have figured out that perfect doesn't tell me anything."
Bro tried to wipe excess sand from the curved horn. "She doesn't really seem to tell you anything." Then began a sneezing fit. Traveler picked up the visor and placed it back on Sully's face, slapping him on the shoulder.
"Come on, you old fart."
The group continued to walk, the wind somehow becoming sharper. "Couldn't have parked closer?" Sully asked. The Man in Red said,
"I wanted them to know we're coming. We are being watched right now, after all."
"Watched by whom?" Deep inside the catacombs of the prison, near the core of the planet and buried deep, something was certainly watching. It scanned its available databanks for relative data concerning the intruders and their unlicensed vehicle. Human. No. Relevant power. Rhino form? No relevant power. Silicon cane. No relevant power. Temporal, being for lack of a better term. Otherwise, unknown. Search began for a temporal being. Return for Time Lord. Search began for Time Lord. Time Lords. Race, also known properly as the CHRONARCH. Presumed extinct. Random cross-section of Gallifreyan species elite class. The Ambassador. The Boruza. The Corsair. The Castilian. The Castellan. The Deceit. The Doctor. The Master. The Meddling Monk. The Omega. The Other. The Ran. The Razalin. The Romana. The Traveler. The Velyard. Rewind. The Traveler. Comparison to Visual. Traveler. The Capazili Onyx Viz Oryx Traveler. Hybrid Time Lord. Correlate to visual. Third, incarnation. The crimson arm of time. Power source. Power source. Power source. Viable.